It's assumed by most guys they're supposed to just know. They're supposed to just have it. They're supposed to just get it. And in reality, most guys don't.
Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100.
Welcome to another episode of the Married Game Podcast, where the voice you trust when it comes to lust, and we are who you hire when she lacks desire. We've just now received our 777th 5-star review on Yelp. And today we're going to talk to you guys who are usually the leader, so you have a hard time asking for help. Yes, that's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about you today. You are the guy that says, I have all the answers for everything and everybody else, but I don't seem to have the answer for this situation, this issue in my marriage. Why? What is going on? Had a guy just sign up yesterday. Brilliant dude in what he does. And he's like, man, it's kind of uncomfortable for me to even have a conversation with you because I'm normally the one that's got all the answers to this. I'm normally the guy that everybody comes to for answers, but I can't figure this out on my own. And I've spent a bunch of time studying it, but for some reason, I just can't actually make it happen in my life. How many of you guys relate to that? If you relate to it right now, wherever you are listening to this podcast, whether you're on a plane, you're on a train, or you're on an automobile, or you're at home on your treadmill, just say out loud, that's me. That's me. Okay. I get that. I get that. I get that in a really big way. There's a lot of guys that I train, that I coach, that I work with, whether it's in a one-on-one capacity or it's in the group capacity, that simply are saying, I'm the guy that usually helps out, and it's a little awkward for me to ask for help. So I commend you, and I understand. For those of you who have reached out, I fucking commend you, because I get it too. There's areas that I have reached out for help. This last year, you've heard about my jiu-jitsu journey. This last year, you've heard about my physical transformation journey and the coaches I've hired and why I hired them and what my insecurities were that were popping up that I wanted to just eliminate and demolish and just get rid of forever. And so sometimes as the guy that has the answers for other people, it can be hard to look for answers from others. Yet, let me share another perspective with you. Don't you love when someone comes to you and they're stuck? They don't know how to get out of the situation. They don't know what to do next. And you can see their path to freedom, their path to joy, their path to pleasure, their path to profit, their path to whatever dream outcome it is. And you are able to walk them through so they actually get unstuck and get free. Don't you love that feeling? You do. You do. I know you do, because I get to experience it all the time. And you don't even have to be a coach per se, like I am with these guys, but if you're a business owner, you're coaching all the time. You're coaching people up on what your standards are. You're coaching people on how to overcome, this, that, or the next thing. You're helping them overcome these limitations or this fear that they had to be able to walk in faith and to now grow muscles where they didn't have them before. You know what that feels like. And you know what a blessing it is to be able to offer that to them, but you also know how great it is for them to finally be unlocked and set free. So I would have you consider that thing that makes it hard for you to reach out is just your ego. And we all have got them. Us dudes, we got them. Especially guys that they're high performers. They're used to like taking charge and being leaders and doing this thing, to stop back and go, wait a second. But you're smart enough to know that you can't get what you want. You haven't been able to up to this point. If you did get what you want, go start a podcast and share it with others so other guys can get what they want. But you're sitting here going, shit, I don't like this result. And you're smart enough because you've hired coaches in other areas. This is what we see all the time. Guys like, man, I got a business coach. I got a body coach. I got a being coach, a spirituality coach, or a pastor or somebody. I look to somebody in every area. But in this area of marriage or of being a dad, it's assumed by most guys they're supposed to just know. They're supposed to just have it. They're supposed to just get it. And in reality, most guys don't. And so they fall for this same sort of rhetoric of do better around the house, happy wife, happy life, do more chores, buy her more gifts. But it's not even so much as those broad macros concepts. It trickles down even into minor ones where you start feeling like you're in trouble all the time. You're saying sorry all the time. You're making an excuse for why you believe what you really believe, or you feel what you really feel, or you're afraid to even say what you really feel because you think you might get in trouble, or she might leave, and oh my God, your whole world would end. And so therefore you're giving in this one area, this area of sexuality, this area of feeling empowered as a man and loved and adored by your wife, respected through and through. And when you feel like you're lacking that, you don't know where to go. And everything you're trying feels radically disempowering. And so you don't want to go down this disempowered route. But as somebody who's climbed to the highest peaks of this thing called pleasure with your wife, respect and love and affection and attraction from your wife, I can tell you as a dude that when you guys reach out, I get so excited for you. The last thing I do is judge you because I've been through a worse journey than any of you guys. My wife left, gone, goodbye, see you later, hasta la vista, baby. It was over. And I had enough awareness to have been with as many women as I've been with. I'm like, fuck, dude, I literally just pushed away the raddest chick on planet Earth. And this was the gal that made me feel all the things I always wanted to feel. And yet, I had to swallow the big, jagged pill of going, fuck, this, I clearly was not doing what I knew, or I didn't know the right thing. And this is the whole desire of why we share this and this platform right here, so you can hear it and go, motherfucker, he's speaking my language. Yeah, because I've been through the dark tunnel that you've been through. I was just even deeper in it than you were. And had to bonk my head and fucking get all the cuts and bruises and all the gashes of making really stupid decisions, only to come out and go, oh, guys, here's actually the answer. So I understand like how the ego's a little bit like, my business coach is watching me go through this. Because I've been successful compared to most people, but there's a success level I want to hit that's way bigger than where I'm at right now. They're having to watch me almost feel like my ego is afraid to, okay, well, then what about this? And like ask questions that maybe I should have already known. I said, fuck that. I'm going to ask all the questions, any question. I don't give a fuck. I know there's a whole other level and a bunch of my friends are on it. So if they can do it, so can I. But I understand that ego is like, ugh. I get that. Just weigh yourself and ask yourself, if you know you're coming to somebody who's not going to judge you and what you have right now is unacceptable for you, what length are you willing to go to fix it? That is the question that we're all being asked in every level of our life. What length are we willing to go to fix the problem that we have in front of us? What length are we truly willing to go? Your purpose is to become the best version of you. Let me just make your life's purpose way fucking simpler. Become the best version of you and chase any of those curiosities and desires that are inside of you. If you desire it, you deserve it. If you desire it, you deserve it. That is going to rankle with so much of your scarcity mindset. It's going to be like, why? Do I really deserve it? I don't know. No, stop it. God is not a cock tease. He's not a cock tease. He's not going to say, hey, there's this great desire for all this beautiful, wonderful love and affection and awesomeness and pleasure, but you can't have it. Not for you, good sir. Fuck that. He's saying, at what length are you willing to go to get it? You deserve it. But what length are you willing to go to get it? You all deserve to have six-pack abs too. But what length are you willing to go to get it? When you get it, life is way fucking better. As a person who has abs, I can tell you life is way fucking better with abs than without abs. There is no fucking comparison. As a person with a little bit of dough, it's way better than fucking not having dough. Way fucking better, no comparison. As a person that has a lot of sex in his life, it is way better to go through life with a lot of sex than not having a lot of sex. As a person that feels radically connected, that God actually like speaks to my heart and gives me downloads of actual modern day wisdom to be able to help me live a life that I believe is worthy of the name by with which I've been called. And that is a little creator, a little Christ on this earth sharing my light. I can tell you it's way better to have that connection than to not have that connection. It's just way better. Life is just way fucking better without it, or with these things. So if you're wondering, is it really worth it? I don't know. I'm telling you, I went the length in all of these things, and I'm continuing to go in the length in all these things. And I can tell you, it is fucking worth it. It's worth all the people making fun of you behind your back. They're behind your back. They're not where you're going anyway. You're going forward. Fuck whoever's behind your back. Let them say whatever they want. Not important. Not important. Not fucking important. What's important is you have this inner GPS inside of you that's talking to you about what you want, what you desire, and you put up a bunch of masks. You're afraid to let anybody know that that's what you desire. You're afraid to let anybody know that you want it all. You're afraid to let people know, dude, I want to be fucking ultra wealthy. Dude, I want to be fucking in great shape. I want to have a wife that loves me with all her heart the same way I love her. I want to have my kids adore me and want to be around me. I want to have friends that are fucking badass friends and that look at me as a badass friend and we have nothing but great times hanging out together. I want to have a connection. I want these things. I desire these things and I deserve these things. I don't have to like trick anybody into giving them or blessing me with them. No, I get to earn every single. These are all things that you earn by becoming the dude that does it. You want to have an attractive wife? Become a really fucking attractive dude, and you'll have your pick of any fucking woman you want. You want to have time freedom and money freedom to be able to do and go where you want to go. Then become so fucking valuable to people that they'll throw money at you to help you, have you or your company solve their problem. This is not a fucking luck thing. None of this is luck. You want your wife to be so fucking madly in love with you, it's not going to be some fucking hope potion. It's not luck. It's fucking skill. It's fucking skill. It's learning the skills and then mastering the skills and being okay with looking silly as you're learning these skills and being in a tribe of dude that it's okay to try and fail and not be embarrassed in front of them and just be like, yeah, well, you know me, I'm shooting for the moon. Well, here we go. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what this podcast is about. That's what Married Game's all about. That's what our masterminds after Married Game are all about. Maybe you've got your fucking marriage on lock and you're like, bro, I just want to be around this energy. Well, maybe our Game Changers or our Life Game program is for you, where you're around other dudes that are not just working on their marriage, but they're working on their marriage, they're working on their business, they're working on their connectedness to their creator. They're working on their body so that their body is more elite and more weaponized to do cool shit in this world and to leave an example as we're this lighthouse out to this world. It's like, dude, you can have abs and be kicking ass in your business and have your wife want to fuck you and be radically connected to your creator and your source and feel on purpose about simply just living your life. What's the purpose of life? To live, to thrive, to enjoy. That's it. That's it. That's it. So go do it with all of your fucking heart and all your passion. If you don't have anybody around you, fucking DM me or message us. Reach out and get a hold of me somehow. Go to keithyaki.com. Go to fucking marriedgame.com and go, I need to be around a group of fucking dudes that are actually going somewhere. And every year they're getting better and better and better. And they're becoming more and more unrecognizable every fucking year. If your marriage is already on fire, great. I can help take you to the fucking peak. But you might want to be around some other dudes doing the same thing. Maybe your business is stalled out. And you're like, I need to fucking fix this. Let's talk, man. You might make more money than me, but maybe you're just not around guys who are fired up and chasing their best version of you. And you might make a ton of money, but you feel like you're not really chasing and pursuing the best version of you. You need to get around some fucking dudes that are doing that. Maybe you haven't challenged yourself physically in a while. And you look down at your gut and you're like, ugh, fuck, what is this? That's not the identity that I saw inside me. Reach out. Let's put you around. If you've seen my pictures of the guys I hang out with and the group that I attract that pays me money to hang out with me and to hang out with each other and to grow, go look on our Instagram. Look at every fucking Ascend Brotherhood picture I have. All of us have abs. Damn near every one of us has abs. Why? Because we hang out with each other. It's important for us to be around other people that are chasing the same types of goals. Freedom across all domains. Freedom in my body. Freedom in my marriage and with my kids. Free to be me and to love them and to let them love me the way they are feeling so inclined to because they love me so much. Free to be who the fuck I am in my business and to feel on purpose. Be able to show up in a way that's meaningful. I'm pushing this envelope in every area of my life because that, I believe, is the calling of life. That is the purpose of life, is to expand who you are as a human being, to take on challenges, to overcome them. That is the shit that feels the best on planet Earth. So maybe you just fallen asleep, or you don't know how to stay awake. It's the most costly thing that's happened in your life right now is you do not know how to stay awake. You get excited, you get fired up, and then you fizzle out. You get fired up and you fizzle out. You fired up, you fizzle out. You have no idea how to stay consistent. DM me. Hit me up. We got a fucking brotherhood. That is the very purpose of this brotherhood is so that we grow constantly over time, over and over and over and over every single time. And we stay the fuck awake. Falling back asleep has cost me so much in my life, not just money-wise, but experiences, memories, qualities. There's all sorts of things, relationships that you're listening to this. And it's right around my birthday, my 46th birthday, and I'm looking back and I'm going, dude, waking up and staying awake is the thing that you should be striven and strived for at every step along the way. That is the key. And falling asleep is because we lie to ourselves. You've been lying to yourself about what you really want. Some of you guys lie to yourself about what you really want because you don't think you're worthy of getting what you actually really want. You go, hey, I've got it better than most. This is greedy to want all of this. No, that is a scarcity mindset, my brother. Abundant mindset says, no, I fucking want it all and I want it now. Let's go, dude. I only have a short time on this earth and I want to experience all the fucking things that are in my heart. So therefore, I need to become the guy that can experience, and that is his normal, everyday fucking life. That's nothing to be ashamed of. That is the most godly thing on planet Earth, is to expand and ascend and be this being that is aware and understands how things actually work so you can grow at your own pace where you want to go and you're not hindered by anything else. It's freedom. That's what you desire. So quit hiding around all the excuses. I understand how hard it is to reach out to people. I understand how hard it is to think, will this actually work? I understand how hard it is to be like, you're the guy that answers all the questions. You had to reach out to somebody else to answer the question. I get all of that. And yet, there's only one thing that matters. What is the fruit in your life, my friend? Is it what you like? Yes, then go tell other people how to get that same fucking fruit. If it's not the fruit you like in your life, then figure out how to get the fruit you want in your life. We happen to be one of those solutions. I haven't met a guy that I've talked to about game or long-term attraction that I thought, that's something new I haven't heard. So I'm really confident and certain about our skill set and what Jesse and I bring to the table to help a man see things that he hasn't been able to see before. Maybe that's you. Maybe you need help. Well, go to marriedgame.com or fucking reach out to me on DMs and say, bro, I need some help. We're here to help you. That's what this whole fucking free platform is all about. Sharing with you information to help you see things differently. Because as you continue to grow into this person that you know you can become, you're going to have to see things differently. Or else they're going to stay the same. So, Hey, don't be a nerd. Spread the word. Hopefully every word that's been spoken here has been heard. You can hear it in your soul. And you can start to act upon what your heart's telling you to do. Not what your mind's lying to you about. Oh, it's good. We're going to figure it out. This is like the 17th time we've done this. And I have to speak this way to you to wake you the fuck up so you can understand that you pushing this thing down the line is costing you so much in your life. You can't think about anything else when you're working. When you're with her, you can't really fucking relax and be who you are because you're always on eggshells and you're always mad. There's always a tiff. You're afraid to ask for sex because you don't know what's going to happen. You hate being rejected. What the fuck are you waiting for, bro? That is a living fucking hell. And I'm going to show you how you are the key that will set yourself free and you will go on to have exactly what you want. What are you fucking waiting for? We're here for you. Go to marriedgame.com. Don't be a nerd. Spread the word. And as always, keep fucking crushing it because that shit is contagious.